Welcome back to Australia, Kakadu to be specific. Here we have a hungry crocodile. One thing we like to do down under is get close to hungry crocodiles. I understand that seems weird to the rest of the world, but yeah, it's a classic tradition for young and old. Oh, he whacks the boat with his tail and appears to vanish. It's a trick though. He's definitely not gone. He's sticking out a little bit. You see him sticking out. Yeah, there's his face. He's like, what are you looking at? I'm just a piece of driftwood. I'm a chunk of seaweed. I'm not a fucking threat to you at all, mate. We Australians, of course, don't fall for that. We're pretty hard to trick. Not including the telemarketer bloke that got $500 out of me last week. Besides that, we're hard to trick. Oh, bugger me sideways. That smaller croc better move its ass. The big mofo has decided the boat of tourists is a little impractical to eat, so he has a new target. I'd say he probably doesn't get full from eating fish either. He's like Kenny Banya in Seinfeld, bloody yelling, "Fish isn't a meal," to whoever will listen. Anyway, enough small talk. A few stalking moments later, and that little bastard is cornered. Run away, run away, run away, move us, move us, move. Oh, he managed to dodge to the left. The little prick is more nimble than the big mofo, so this could be a close fight. Nah. I'm a shithouse gambler. This is over. Always put a bit of money on the favourite. This ended quicker than that 9-second MMA knockout video I commentated back in 2015. Unless it's not over till it's over. You know, this video could turn into one of the greatest comeback stories of the modern era. We just have to sit and wait a while. The little wanker could have a strategy. This is all part of a greater strategy. I've always thought the pretending to be dead strategy is a cracker. Anytime I watch a war movie, I'm like, there's nothing wrong with being the bloke that pretends to be dead in the middle of no man's land. Nothing the matter with that whatsoever. Okay. Nah. I think he might actually be fucking dead. The big mofo is singing, "Dragging you to my lair, dragging you to my lair." Yeah. Oh, he moved a little bit. Nah. Let's hear from one of the commentators down at ground level. Oh, yuck. Beautifully summed up, really. It's a global view of Australia. Look, it's not true that everything in Australia can kill you, but most crocodiles in Australia can absolutely fair dinkum fuck you up. Yeah, and kill you.
That's why crocodiles don't have family reunions.
Oh, well, it kind of looks like my family reunion, though.
Yeah. Or a Bunker 33 production, mate.
Very welcome, everyone. Go ahead, Boomer.
I was going to say, enthusiastic introduction on the way out of it. I was just trying to give us some energy. Okay, how are you fine, sir, on this beautiful day? How has your week been?
I'm doing pretty good, and welcome everyone to the Something for Nothing show with a little bit different, you know, and we're different. We're trying to be new and hip and young with the kids, and that is why today we have cocaine hippos. We have Canadians. We have more weird American laws. We even have murder by prayer, and well, maybe at the end of the show, we'll do like a bit of a cooking show, but we do it differently. We'll first go to the supermarket, that's part of the show, part of the cooking show. And I feel like cardboard pancakes. How about you, Boomer?
Well, as I said to Jersey earlier, the only thing wrong with being born in the UK is being still there. From an Australian who's a convict that got sent out of here because we stole a loaf of bread. At least we could steal food. Yeah, cardboard cutouts. But anyway, let's go through and introduce firstly what it is. But I've got an interesting fact. I'm actually the most unhinged Australian I know going by Discord. Well, you want to be very afraid if that's the case. Okay, with us we have got our wonderful presidential campaign and possibly candidate, Mallory. How do you be on this wonderful day?
I'm here. I'm just, Mr. Let me just at the asylum. All right, there's like this revolution going on, and everyone's picking sides with this fucking sorry my language with this furry furball cat, and it seems like a cult at this point, and and at this point I need to take extreme measures.
Oh, hail the cat.
Well,
so I'm trying
could
to
it
set
be-
up a plan. So I got stacks of papers, and I'm getting a team of builders. We're gonna be building stuff soon. I got a lot of work ahead of me. That's so yeah.
Well, it sounds by the element of panic in your voice. I think Mr. Pebbles is gaining traction, and you could be
Yes.
toppled in the pre-selection process. Yet,
Yes.
despite the rumours of cats in stir fry and you feeding it to us in a dinner of some kind,
Yeah.
and all these other things and cat revolutions,
Yep.
dignity will win out. I'm sure whoever the most dignified candidate is.
Just-
Yeah, I find that funny.
Just give in.
Like shit.
Someone knows I'm talking about cats, by the way.
Oh,
Huh?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
rumors have it
Like-
that Hitler's cat and hated Stalin's cat, and that was the base of World War II. It was based on cats disliking each other. So anyway, it's all right. It's okay, President Mallory. I'm with you with this one. Of course, if Mr. Pebbles wins, I obviously have to pledge allegiance, but I'm
wow.
supporting you thoroughly. I will give you.
No, but this is actually
It's not-
seriously, guys. We were talking about cats, and my cat who never jumps on my desk, jumps on my desk, and he's like, what? What are you talking about? Are you talking about me? No,
He's
supposed to be cuddled.
he's just checking out to make sure you're conforming. And you
Yes.
may need to go to Happy Camp, which is a new policy. Anyway, we could ignore him all night, but we won't because he's not like a cardboard cutout on an English supermarket. How are you, Mr. Cheese? Mondo the Great.
I am absolutely superb. Absolutely superb. Looking forward to the show for a few days because I haven't been online recently. The world is a good place for me at the moment, so I can't complain at all. How is everyone else doing? How are you doing, Boomer?
Well, we have an issue. You notice that pine cone shaped gap over there on the desk? It appears to
Uh-huh.
be, well, yeah. Do you honour your highly decorated pine cone debts as promised?
I do. It's just it takes me a little while to get my act together.
Ah, right. So Mallory would have just neither confirmed nor denied that or pled. We found the Sixth Amendments in Canada. They're the fifth in the US. The beauty today is that you can be a commentator, although people may notice the accent, you can be our commentator on the US section of this show because that North American place, apart from Mexico, which is the best country, has two other countries there that we have got so much interesting stuff on. So are you qualified to comment on the state of the US, so to speak?
I guess I've been here for a while. I'll do
And
my
Mallory,
best.
do you-
If
Mallory, do you know anyone who's Canadian?
No, I absolutely do not, eh?
Oh, okay, all right. So we'll have to wing it for the Canadian aspect, will we? Because Canada's a
talking
weird
about.
little. I've got on inside information that Canadians, although they appear to be very pleasant and happy on the outside, they go down to their garages at night and pull the legs off ants and things like that. So we'll be able to look into that in greater detail We're trying to kidnap a Canadian as we speak, but they keep apologising. Hey, Christmas made it. Yeah, that's good to see. It's very
Hey,
good to see. In
That's
fact.
very good to see. Good to see you, Mr.
Good
Christmas.
work, my friend. Okay, so let's rattle on.
But
Sorry,
yeah,
answer.
but yeah, but I think I might have a plan to capture that cat. And
How so?
but there's one thing we need. We absolutely need. We need cocaine hippos to do it.
Hmm.
But the
Well,
weird
I
thing
feel-
is, it's getting even weirder. That cocaine hippo needs to be a person at the same time. Otherwise, the plan won't work.
Right. Is this for us so we can get him through customs and the like, so we can get him a plane
Yeah.
ticket, I guess?
Yeah.
Okay. So we need a person who's a hippo who's involved in the cocaine industry. Good luck with that.
Well, maybe we're in luck. Because
Hang on. Before you start, what's happened to the television? Where is the old 13 biscuit? What the fuck?
I
That's
was
a
I
big
was
thre-
I was
Hey.
cleaning the room, and I knocked the chain, and I told you those chains are not made for a television that heavy, but you wouldn't listen, and I accidentally knocked the TV off the chain, and it fell and it broke.
But this new one's got no dials. How do I change the what, dude? That was my fucking mother's TV, my grandmother's TV. Oh, we're gonna be deep shit. So I take it we can fix it. We can take it to the TV repairman.
No, it's I took it to the television repairman, and he said like, dude, you should like totally buy a new TV because I don't know what this is like. I only read about it in like a book. So yeah, I was like, yeah, sure, dude. I buy a new TV of you.
It's a collector's item. Okay. I'm not happy. I'll just go and sulk in the corner.
Well, then you won't know. You won't learn about Pablo Escobar's cocaine hippos.
Just leave me alone. Leave me.
So, yeah, guys, Pablo Escobar's cocaine hippos are now legally people. They're so basically what happened. There are these hippos that were once owned by Pablo Escobar, and well, they started doing what animals do. You know, they started reproducing, and now there are more than 80, and they pose a bit of a challenge to the local surroundings, to say the least.
Well, they started. There were 4. Carlos smuggled them into the country. 4, like the amount of channels the old TV had. But I won't dwell on the old TV. It's gone. I'm the bigger man now. I've grabbed my composure. And there's now 80, and they are, well, on one sense a good tourist attraction, and on the other sense an ecological hazard and a biohazard. In fact, if there's something no more of a fucking biohazard than a hippo, they're not cute and cuddly. Anyway, yeah. Anyone else got any hippo related knowledge they'd like to share with the world?
Well, yeah. Well, basically, there were. I won't play the video because it's CNN, and I won't take that risk. But basically, what's going on is that these animals, they like Boomer said, they put some. They pose an ecological threat, and some people want to kill them. And there were actually a lot of people who were opposed to that. They found that was a little bit drastic, and their option was to just sterilize them instead.
Do you know how easy it is to neuter a hippo? I'm guessing it's a tricky operation.
Well,
yeah,
they're
the
talking
video
about
is-
here that wildlife experts who study non-surgical sterilization.
Just a bit of stuff on Escobar. He, as we all know, famous cocaine dealer, probably responsible for over half of the Miami skyline. Made a lot of money, put more money back into public infrastructure, I believe, than the actual Colombian government. But also with that came a lot of cocaine-related deaths. In fact, it was almost proportional. The amount of deaths was to cocaine sale. And he bought these hippos in, and his estate is now a tourist attraction. He basically lived in what was Disneyland for Colombia. Very, very, well, I can't say great man, but a very interesting character from the late 20th century. Eventually gunned down in his own place, as you do when you do these things. Who liveth by the gun dieth by the gun. Yeah, interesting shit. So now we have 80-person hippos who kind of they want for the tourist industry, but they don't want because of the ecology, and it's
oh
my
and
God.
basically it kind of comes down to it that people who are in favor of sterilization and not for hippo genocide. To say basically one, because now that they are people, because it makes them, from what I could kind of gather from the article, it makes them easier to protect them now that they have like rights like people do, so to speak.
So hippos are people too, is the upshot of this wonderful article.
Yeah.
And do they snort cocaine, or are they just cocaine advocates? Oh, what is their drugs policy, I wonder? And will one make politicians? And could we actually use one of these in the presidential campaign, Miss Mallory?
I'm sorry. I'm looking at blueprints for setting up camps. What were you saying?
Do go on. Oh,
I can't.
no.
I can't disclose at this time.
Right, you're setting up blueprints for camps.
Yeah,
Hippo-related camps? What would be these camps?
I already spoke too much. I'm digging in this paperwork, but carry on.
Okay. So we best avoid. In fact, how do you like in your new legs, by the way?
They feel a little funny, but yeah. I keep tripping over on everything, but yeah, it's
yeah.
I'll-
Chloroform does trump legs, so yeah, just bear that in mind. Don't jump up too quickly. You may fall over again. That's probably the chloroform. Hasn't worn off yet.
Yeah.
Okay. Cheesy, what are your thoughts on cocaine-related hippos? Do you think there are something positive for the world? Seeing as Mallory took us nowhere on that one. Thanks.
Well,
what do you got, Cheese?
I'm going to be really honest. I've never been so disappointed in a news article in all of my life, because in my head that was far more entertaining, with cocaine hippos and potentially. So in my head it was either drug mule hippos or just hippos with a lot of disposable income and nothing to do on a Friday night. But if you're going to give them rights and things, yeah, why not? Why not?
Okay. Yuppos, hippos, yeah, happy hippos, whatever. We'll work out an anagram for that, I think, if we can. Yeah, we'll give it a label.
Go
That's what we do.
hippos.
Copos.
Copos.
Okay, we're getting close. All right, let's move away from this before it becomes too much more of a train wreck.
Well, I mean, listen. This wouldn't be the Something for Nothing show without a good train wreck. Am I right?
I was expecting hippos with a cocaine problem, and it's a legal thing.
It's a boring legal thing, but it is kind of funny that hippos are people now.
Does this mean they can buy cocaine?
Well, no, it's still illegal. They could buy cocaine, but then they would have to go to jail before buying cocaine. Yeah, well.
Either way, we'll figure something out. We could probably fit into Mallory's presidential campaign, which is looking not unlike Gomez's train set right now, in the wake of Mr. Pebble's successful campaigning. Okay, no bites there.
No.
All right, let's move on.
But Mallory, I've been told that that after some that after intense study of a couple of 20 years, you have become an expert in Canadians.
Yes. I'm an expert in many things, but yeah, I've been observing Canadians from. So, yes.
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 So I'm kind of curious about this article that I kind of read about Canadians, because there are some weird things about Canadians going on, man. I have to say.
Like what?
They say they say sorry a lot. We've got 100. We won't do all 100, obviously, because that'll take out a good 57 seconds at least, being such an exciting species that they are. And seeing as we don't have any Canadians around, we can pretty much cut loose and yell as much abuse and foul language without any form of repercussion. So that'll be good. Okay, what have we got now? First little amazing Canadaism, as we shall call them.
Well, yeah. Well, apparently Canada looks broken.
Yeah, we 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 try not to associate with America, so yeah, we're just slowly taking our way to the north a bit more.
Yeah, I
So
can
these
totally.
little Canadarites are all breaking away and just floating off.
Yeah.
Probably not a bad thing. Okay,
Yeah.
getting into colder weather. I'm sure you'd all love to go colder. That looks
Oh,
good. All right, this one.
yes. Yes.
Okay. All right. I'll do this one because I've seen this ad. To the driver who beeped at me for going out the turn on four-way stop and 13th at Belmont, 6 p.m. Thursday the 20th. I was wrong. Sorry, you were right. Sorry. He put an ad in the paper. Oh, so pleasant, isn't there?
Canadians.
And I'm sure that driver saw that and nodded back at the newspaper, and he probably put an ad back in saying, "Thank you, bro," because Canadians are like that. They're all such wonderful people.
Yeah, probably
Scrolling away.
no, it's okay. I was coming off a little bit too strong. I understand.
Yeah. And of course, beeping the horn is what you have to do. Yes. Okay. Moving along.
What if that's not what if that's not really an apology? What if that's a message from a serial killer?
It's 50-50 apparently in Canada. Well,
Wait, 50% of Canadians are serial killers?
did you? Somebody sent me an article that there was like this huge, massive cult that happened not too far from here, and it shook me. It is literally like Canadians. We're very, very nice people, but what we do inside our little igloo is quite a bit disturbing.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Like I being Canadian is one thing. That's something I do notice Canadians do frequently. And we also have a little moose who has a gay-friendly flag there. So he's a progressive-thinking moose.
Yes.
That's good to see.
Yeah, I'm kind of messing up here.
That's all right. We've got a small picture of a moose taken from outside who's not going to jump off into it. This reminds me of those dash cam ones where animals come bounding across. Now, we have deer and antelope in Canada, don't we? Or moose. No, you guys don't have antelopes. Are they the same thing or not? Or are they a separate animal? Okay.
Look, I don't know what an antelope is. We have elks and deers and stuff.
Right. Okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to cover for what's happening there, Mr. Screen Resize. Oh my God, we're all over the place. Oh God, I just got picked up and dropped by someone. Who's doing this to us in the set? Okay. All right.
There we go. That should be good.
If a little thought bubble appeared above my head, we'd be in trouble. Okay. Of course, as we know, they did contribute Justin Bieber, Celine Dion, Bryan Adams. Maybe we should. That's the little map of Canada. We're trying to blow it up, but that's why it's leaving. It's because of those wonderful performers they're bringing along.
If inflicting Brian Adams on the rest of the world should be considered a war crime.
Oh.
Yes, we're trying.
This is
Wow.
this is also peak Canada, by the way. That's this little thing. This guy in my class said his brother lost his wallet in Canada and someone shipped it back with souvenirs.
Hmm.
I'm like, aw.
Gee, it's almost like you want to become Canadian, isn't it, Mel? You're feeling so good for
Oh.
them.
This is a message for you. Maybe you should read it.
For me, dear Australians, I'm an Australian, so that must be to me. Canada has less people than California alone. We were the second biggest country in the world. Gay rights are fully legal. Abortion is legal. No racism or discrimination of any kind is allowed. Free healthcare, and we have moose. Come and live here. We have lots of space. I must beg to differ, though, on one of the discrimination, because I do know of people who could be Canadian who are a little bit straitjacket crazy as we speak. But of course, I can neither speak too much. In fact, I'm perfectly okay with the person who's doing this. In fact, yeah, it's all right.
Yeah,
they
wise
have my
words.
kid-
Wise words.
They have my
wise
have my-
words.
they have my cat
Yes.
costumes. Okay, yeah. There's
And
They
of
don't do that
course,
at
then as for then Cheesy asks,
hmm?
and then
Can Americans come too?
No. Like, just no.
which I completely understand. Like, yeah, no, don't. You have your own country. You're fucking it up. I'll find yourself.
So we have kind of America and less America. Okay, let's keep going. I may go over there. No, in fact, if someone suggested a reality TV show where you just get Canadians and Australians, swap them over. Don't give them any competition. Just watch them complain about the weather. And I could see that. Oh my goodness, have I done it?
Oh yeah, well
Okay.
we you just killed us, Boomer. That's well
Yeah.
yeah.
I keep trying to scroll on this screen. It's really frustrating. I've got my mouse. What's wrong with this? Okay, sorry. Okay.
No, that's right. This is probably something that a lot of Canadians would not agree too much with, because I from what I've understood, Justin Trudeau is not as popular as people outside of Canada like to think.
It's total bay though.
Well, if you say so, I have no opinion about that.
Actually, no. There is. Put it this way, man. There are two people I could turn for. One is Cool Hard Logic, and the other is Juz Baby. He's got it. I don't know why, but he just seems to be that way. So you like him too, Mallory?
What?
You like him too, do you? Is that why you vote? Did you vote
Well,
for
I'm
him?
like, well, he looks great, sounds great. That's all I care about.
Okay. Who wants to do? Will I do this one? I love this on the side of a coffee cup. If this was any other country, we'd have to tell you that this coffee may be hot. Good thing this is Canada. I like it. And of course, you guys love coffee, which is a good thing. Carlos Escobar, thanks you. Okay.
This might be a little bit of a weird one, so we'll.
Yeah. Yeah. Are we up for this one, are we? I don't even remember this one.
Well, my favorite thing about history is how everyone tries to invade Russia, but are somehow cut off by guard by the Russian winter.
Well, actually, I do have 3 important tips for anyone considering invading Russia. It's going to be longer than 6 weeks. Take a warm coat and consider invading somewhere a little bit less Russian. It's probably my favorite tip, actually.
And maybe start invading in like late May or something like that.
Just don't go there. I'd rather pick on other countries that are easier to push over. In fact, why try and starve Great Britain with U-boats? Just leave them to themselves. They'll starve themselves on cardboard asparagus. But anyway, that's later in this. That
No
will
matter
make
what
sense
what you
later.
do, apparently you don't send in Canadians. They'll just make friends with the Russians.
Did you did you know that in World War II, is it World War II? In World War II, they had prison camps in Canada because it was too damn cold up north. The more you know. Yeah.
Were they for Canadians or for moose
No,
or for
no.
actual soldiers?
For World War II prisoners,
Well,
not
I'm going to
Canadians.
tell. It's a shame there's not a Canadian around because I could blow a bit of smoke up their ass by saying you guys actually raised the White House to the ground. The only time it's
Yeah.
ever been done. They got in there and burned it. They were grabbing the paintings and saving the furniture and everything. And then a cyclone blew up and kind of, I don't know, maybe the Americans would say it was God's will, but that kind of left the army not able to do any more pilfering and burning. But they got to the White House.
I think you guys should do it again.
What? Do what again?
Take over the White House?
Yes.
Splendid
It's
idea.
concrete.
But it didn't come from me. All right, I am not associating. I did not say it online. Yep. And that's about it.
Perhaps having a Canadian run for president could be a way of taking over the White House. Have you ever considered how hard it is to keep clean, though? That's a lot of scrubbing on a Sunday.
Yeah, that's what maids are for. And and for every person who voted for Mr. P are going to be mandated to put in so many hours and clean the White House. So
Right.
be careful who you choose.
So it's down to clean White House or dirty White House. Yep. I think a dirty White House sounds better. In fact, I think I went to a place like that once when I was a young man. I'm not sure. Well, that was another life. That was a long, long time ago. Okay, so
maybe we should do. Maybe we should do like one more.
Yeah. Well, this is our wonderful new format that we haven't told anyone. So the good thing about not telling anyone is that hang on, come back, go back up. I think this one is the best one more, if that's the way time is. Police were going to go on strike, and as you know, being an essential service and Canadians being such criminals, you can't let them go run riot. So their way of demonstrating their point was to wear different coloured pants. Show us what. Scroll back a bit. Oh, nice pink blue leggings there. Do you ever rock these things, Mallory, or do you know someone who does?
I don't know, but that's beautiful. Actually, that's actually really nice that the Canadian police officers do a strike to shame the government. I am proud to be Canadian. When you see this, it's not it's a beautiful moment.
Pink pants, orange pants, yellow camos. Well, the camos kind of do rock it. Do police pull out the gun and say, freeze, please? Or like, pull over, motherfucker.
This leopard skin also kind of rocks, I have to say.
Oh, baby. Wow. All right.
That's... well, here, there's a moose in my pool.
I think that's self-explanatory. When it comes to things in your pool, I don't think you're going to compete with Australia, but that's not a bad little angle there.
Here, I got a wrong text number from Australia that said, hey, can we use your pool? There's a moose in ours.
Okay.
Well,
yes, you can.
Is that a normal occurrence in Canada, Mallory?
Probably if you live more north and stuff. I know for a while it wasn't moose, it was black bears.
Oh, I think I might prefer the moose.
Yeah, anyone. But then if there's a moose stuck in your pool, then I'm sure you would have to call like an animal control. I bet. But yeah, we had problems with bears for a while and sometimes wolves. And it's kind of interesting. Instead of putting them down, they just send them more north.
I have a question. A pool. Like bears and moose I can handle. A pool in Canada. What is wrong with this picture? When do you swim? Well, I mean, when do you get sun? When do you get anything like a day over 12 degrees Celsius? That's about 36 in freedom units.
Oh, Mary, it looks like Demon Orb didn't know about the fact that you are Canadian.
Oh wow, what's this all about?
What? Well,
Eh?
we did manage to trick you into saying you were Canadian because at the start you were denying, or neither confirming nor denying Canadianism.
Oh
So
shit.
we caught you out. Yes, that's okay. We do that.
Yeah. Start talking
Okay.
about Canada, and I'm like, hey. It works every time.
Of course, in our new format, we've probably we're a little bit into our intro, and we're only doing this much on the Canadian section, so we're going to be opening it up a bit for the US states, are we, my friend?
Yeah, Americans are a lot weirder.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we did go through. You did have a couple that I did want to bring up. The maple syrup icy poles. Can you explain that? Because that is something I would almost maybe go to Canada if you could knock
I
the
mean,
temperature up
icy
just for that.
poles.
Well, what do? You wrap maple syrup on a stick and then roll it in the snow, and you
No,
make
no,
a
no,
little icicle.
no. When it comes to the time to make maple syrup around March, you can make. I think it's. I'm not too sure the proper name. It could be la tire. I'm not sure. But you place right from the hot pot onto the snow, and then you take a popsicle stick and you wrap it, and you twirl the stick, and it becomes like almost like a molasses candy, like those kisses you get from like those Halloween bags. It's like fresh candy that's like that. It is the most delicious thing anyone will put in their mouth, guaranteed. It's great.
Depending on your kink.
Yep. Well,
no,
that's true.
no, I can guarantee it. It's top.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Right. So it is. What do you call it? Has it got a name, or do you guys just call it a maple syrupy, snowy, twirly on a stick thing?
I forget because I want to say la tire, but I don't think it's that. Yeah, I actually forget the name. I just say c'est bon. Like I honestly don't remember the name.
Fair enough.
I just know it's delicious.
Okay. Yeah, well, it actually does sound yummy. Okay.
Yes.
Right, Mr. Arts, what have we got next on our wonderful list of stuff to do?
Well, I know we're just going for a little over 30 minutes, but I have a tiny bladder, so I actually kind of need to pee. So I guess we need a break.
Well, you could just, I don't know, pull out a bottle, couldn't you? And or is that called a pee stream?
Yeah, no,
so you're not going to do a Riley?
No, I'm not going to do
Okay.
a Riley. Because then I might do a David, and then it just gets uncomfortable.
And Facty confirms the fact that Mallory, it is called that. The whatever that was. What did you say it was, Mel?
Let's see. Nice.
Okay.
Nice. Good brain. Frickin'.
Yeah,
that just made my day, man. That's like I remembered something. Oh, okay. Sorry, go on.
Wow.
I'm amazed.
Well, that proves if you do enough research, you'll eventually remember something.
Yes, well, we're a bunch of happy campers. All right, guys. While Arduin goes and relieves himself, we shall enjoy some ads, which I can't even remember what they were now. They were so good, but these are wonderful old ads. Oh, shit. What were we doing? Okay, let's go. Let's
go. Bye. See you in a bit.
If you had a friend who was a king, what kind of a gift would you give him? Well, there are many people of prominence who have been thrilled to receive this. Zenith's famous 9-band transoceanic, the world's most exciting radio. Powered to tune in the world. You'll find every Zenith radio, from the famous transoceanic to the tiniest pocket transistor, is built in the Zenith quality tradition, including super-sensitive FM/AM radios, and some table and clock radios, and powerful solid-state portables. Over 100 radios to choose from, priced to fit every gift budget. At Zenith, the quality goes in before the name goes on. If you're buying a radio for a king, a friend, or for yourself, why not get the best?
What's this? You always tear clothes in half before you wash them?
No, but it's a good way to demonstrate Tide's cleaning power. Come see. We'll save 1/2 of each dirty garment, and we'll wash these other halves with Tide. Thank you. In the new AMC washer. AMC packs Tide in every automatic. A new AMC feature is Cyclotron programming. Press one fabric selector button and everything from water temperature to rinsing time is controlled automatically. AMC has 9 spray rinses plus a deep overflow rinsing. Time for our Tide wash results.
Oh, boy, what a difference.
Yes, when a product gets clothes that were dirty as this, clean as this, it belongs in automatic washers.
Sure does. And you know, 25 makers pack Tide in their automatic washers at the factory. Use Tide in your washer.
Use Ajax! Boom, boom. Ajax cleans all bathroom surfaces up to twice as easy, twice as fast. Use Ajax, boom, boom. The foaming cleanser. Boom, boom, boom. Gets things clean just like a whiz. You'll stop paying the elbow tax
when you start cleaning with Ajax.
So use Ajax, boom, boom. The foaming cleanser. Boom, boom, boom. Walks the dirt right down the drain.
Ajax leaves no gritty cleanser some in tub or sink.
So use Ajax, boom, boom. The foaming cleanser. Walks the dirt right down the drain. Remember, Colgate's Ajax foams as it cleans.
Ajax cuts grease faster than any other leading cleanser.
Ajax polishes as it cleans. And it smells good, too.
So use Ajax.
Yes, use Ajax. For Ajax cleans all bathroom surfaces up to twice as easy and twice as fast as any other leading cleanser. Get 2 cans, one for the kitchen, one for the bathroom. Ajax, the foaming action cleanser.
Why buy 2? Just take it into the bathroom when you need it. Oh, sorry. Okay, well, here's an interesting one, as Cheesy pointed out. That was Snap, Crackle, and Pop before they worked for Kellogg's, obviously, the famous anti-masturbation cereal. And something I noticed about the bath. Apparently, Saturn, its density is so light that it could float in water. So you could give Saturn a bath. It would, however, leave a ring around the bathtub. Dead joke. I love it. Damn. Where are those crickets?
Yeah. That joke, man, that was a bit, yeah.
It was a science teacher joke. I actually got that when I was about 12, and I've kept it all these years.
Yeah. Maybe you should just kept it.
I have just successfully killed both Cheesy and Mel in one fell swoop. That's pretty damn good, I reckon. Oh, no, he's still alive. He's still alive, damn. Okay, well,
You'll have to work harder than that.
Yeah. You win this trick. You win this time. Okay. All right. Well, after we had a sample of North America, as in North America, we got Middle America. And as you know, Cheesy, you weren't around for our little tour of the States last time. Conveniently, had to work. So you didn't escape it because we're cooking the US this time. We've already done Colorado. So you managed to dodge your bullet there, but we're going to be checking out what sort of stuff the US have got. And Facty is pushing it. Facty is truly pushing it. Uh, yeah, well, Amish communities don't have electricity anyway. So, anyway, I've lost it now. I'm going to claim revenge on Facky. I'm plotting his downfall. Okay, so it's some of these weird and wonderful US laws that we did a few weeks ago, due to unpopular demand. Well, me and Arduin basically decided we're going to check out whatever states we can get through this time. We did 20, and we do have a few to go back on. So, what do you say?
30?
Where are we
We
up
did
to?
30. We are on New Mexico.
What happened to Old Mexico? Oh, that's right. It's Old Mexico. It's still there, isn't it?
Yeah, it's still there. Yeah.
Yeah. In fact,
And,
they blew
instead
the
of
shit
you
out
g-
of people at the Alamo, didn't they?
Yeah. Oh, instead of you guys reading along, I put on I was interviewing a couple of animals who are now old people, and this was actually a quote from Mr. Eagle.
And for those who can't read it, this is why I'm glad I'm almost extinct.
Yeah, this is actually the same eagle that had an altercation with number 45. And so he is a very knowledgeable eagle. He's been in politics. He had a political debate with a president. So that's why I value his opinion.
And of course, if he gets sick, does that make him an ill eagle? I've just outdated the previous dad joke, by the way.
So yeah, in New Mexico.
That's killed him. Yeah, I got him down now. I just hammered it with the other one. Beautiful.
Did you know that
Yeah.
you completely broke me now. Maybe we should just go to New Mexico.
Let's go.
Hey, Mallory, before we go to New Mexico, did you shave?
I did not. I'm French.
Because women are not allowed to appear unshaven in public.
Wow, that's racist. Why don't they just say we don't welcome French women in New Mexico? You know, then rather than saying unshaved. That just seems a bit rude.
Mallory, you have got the moustache to die for. In fact, I really wish mine was that good when I had a stash. But yeah, it's beautiful. It's gorgeous.
I use Berlin cream. And I twirl the tips.
Oh, and the way you do it and the way it twirls in the moonlight. It makes me want to marry you for a sixth time, which is probably going to happen on this tour again anyway. So, okay, the other one too is you're not allowed to pump your own gas either or replace a flat tyre. Of course.
That's the bonus.
I know, that is what you do. You live for those two things. So New Mexico isn't a place for you. And of course, your pool playing career. What else we got on this one, Ardo? Should we do them all or should we just go through the more exciting ones?
Minors are not allowed in the pool hall. That is probably more to do with gambling around pool.
And of course, the drunken fights that break out, the hitting each other with pool cues, and the general ruckus behaviour that's associated with men hitting balls with sticks, which happens a lot. So,
yeah,
course,
but in yeah.
The Mountain View Cemetery, hunting is prohibited. So I don't know why, but obviously you're not allowed to go shooting things because there must be a lot of animal life in hunting Mountain View Cemetery. Okay, well, I'm sick of New Mexico. Let's get in the car. Are we in a car this time or not?
Yeah.
Or are we still flying in the?
Yeah,
Okay,
we're just all over the place. But I'm actually going to visit some distant relatives because we're going to New Amsterdam, New Amsterdam State. I mean New York State.
Why?
New York.
Why?
Well, I was thinking of jumping off a building.
Hang on, I just got to go back. What's the York Amsterdam reference? I'm just at sea there.
New York used to be New Amsterdam.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about York, i.e. York's in England. So I had no idea what the correlation there, being a non-European European geography person.
New York used to be New Amsterdam. Hence, for example, Harlem in New York. Because Haarlem is a town in the Netherlands.
Okay. Well, ball sacks, Czechoslovakia is a great town too, but that doesn't mean it's the only place you can have ball sacks. In fact, I believe there are ball sacks in virtually every city in the world. So, okay, you'll need to give us a bit more of a history lesson on us non-Europeans, because I knew neither of those. So I thought, what the fuck? If I had a thought bubble, it would have been just question marks for that one. Okay, back to New York. I'm going to give you a greeting my usual way. The Marx Brothers method, made famous by Harpo Marx, of putting the thumb on the nose and wiggling fingers.
Because, well, that's actually not allowed in New York.
I looked into this. It's the Marx Brothers. Because Marx Brothers movies were so big and it was one of Harpo's things in most of his movies, people started doing it everywhere because monkey see, monkey do. American see, American do, and that's apparently just got, I don't know, some mayor got a bit uppity about it and said, I don't want these finger wigger greetings anymore. It's making us all look like clowns. And Harpo Marx probably did, play the part well. So there you go. I did some research.
So yeah, wow. So that is why citizens may not greet each other by putting one thumb to the nose and wiggling the fingers.
Yeah. Of course, you can flip them the bird, but you can't do that. Fuck hell.
Oh, and New Yorkers flip each other the birds a lot of times, so banning that would be a disaster.
Yeah, it would be. Okay. Middle fingers would be unemployed. Riding in an elevator, you are not to talk and you've got to fold your arms and look forward to the door. You got that elevator etiquette is important. And I suppose they've got enough buildings there, so. What else? Jumping off a building, the penalty is death. That one's gone. So
if you try and kill yourself, we'll kill you.
Right.
I was thinking, but okay, sure, but you might say that, but what if I just jump off a one-story building?
Well, if you got your slippers on, you got to do it before 10 p.m. because you're not allowed to wear slippers after 10 p.m.
And you also are not allowed to throw a ball at someone's head for fun.
For fun.
Okay.
So if I do it aggressively, it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
But then it probably becomes assault, so.
Yeah, I have the bruise to prove it. In fact, another one too, Mallory, I gave her a little mood ring a couple of months ago when I first crossed paths with Mallory. We were working. I gave her this little great mood ring. And when she's in a good mood, it's in a nice blue colour. And as I just found out recently, as in yesterday, when she's in a bad mood, it leaves a little dent in the middle of my forehead, just above my eyes.
Yeah.
I think you know what I'm talking about, don't you, Mel? Anyway, little in joke there. Okay, fuck this. I want to go to North Carolina because we've got to go visit Chrisma. But we don't want to get too close to him, so we'll go to North Carolina, not South Carolina just yet.
Yeah, that's exactly because we want to stay away a little bit from him for now. But Boomer, just remember, but the both of us, we're just not allowed to sing.
But fortunately, we'll be making our money doing some elephant cotton field ploughing. Apparently, that's big industry.
No,
what the fuck?
Elephants may not be used to plow cotton fields.
Haha, trumped you on that one. We're taking cocaine hippos. Oh, beautiful. That's where the cocaine hippos are about. I knew I'd work them in.
But one other thing I really have to tell you, this kind of makes me puke a little bit. But I saw you and Mallory, and what you did is illegal.
Mm-hmm. Can you guys see the list right now? And I hope you guys can see the list. Dude, I got a dent in my forehead still. I don't think that's going to happen. But anyway, it's illegal to have sex in a churchyard.
Yes,
Ah,
and
no.
it's illegal. Not only is it illegal to have sex in a churchyard, while having sex in North Carolina, you must stay in the missionary position and have the shades pulled.
So if I get
What?
a church and put shades all around the whole fence, can I then circumvent the first rule about the churchyard if I've got
No.
the shades drawn in said churchyard?
No. I'm
Well, I
sorry.
don't want to. Damn! You just can't find the loopholes. These Americans are onto us. They see it's like they predicted everything we're going to do, and they've made laws to stop us. Conspiracy.
Yeah, exactly. And also a funny one that I've also thought was kind of funny is that a $3 tax must be paid on old white goods being sold.
Bit racist, don't you think?
So $3 tax on your Ku Klux Klan robes.
Hmm. Actually, we'll get those exempt. Yeah, it's okay. Oh, well.
Let's just leave North Carolina. It's we're getting way too close to Christmas, and it's getting a little bit uncomfortable.
Yeah, all this churchyard stuff going on, and Mallory's gone very quiet, which I don't know is good or bad. It's a bit of a mystery wrapped in an enigma surrounded by a riddle. Anyway, let's go to North Dakota.
Yeah, I'm just gonna lay here and fall asleep, man, because I'm
Better not have your shoes on, mister, because that's illegal.
Which again is probably an anti-homos law.
Yeah, like I'm not trying to be pervy and see anybody's toes here, but it's the law.
Interesting how you tuned into the foot-related crimes there, Mallory. I don't know. Why would that be?
No idea. I'm just a sucker for the law in North Dakota.
Yeah.
Fuck not the last one, but this one, I'm for it.
Mm. In fact, it's North Dakota is your state because beer and pretzels can't be served at the same time because we know how messy you are with beer and pretzels.
Yeah, crumbs
It's
all
they've
over.
almost-
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's just go to the disco. Let me put on my fancy disco hat and have a dance party, man.
Fuck, sorry, it's breaking me. You'll be jailed for wearing a hat while dancing. Like, it's not just a warning or, let me off with a warning. You'll be jailed. One
Or
will be jailed
even
for
for wearing a hat to a function where dancing is taking place.
This is obviously persecution of the hat industry, isn't it?
It's hatism.
Well, we're not hatters. We're in fact mad hatters. Most of us. I love my hats. I don't know about you guys. I am a hat mad person. Of course, when we do our coal mining, what have we got to make sure, guys? If we happen to own a coal mine,
To have an adequate supply of toilet paper for each toilet. Duh.
yeah, good to hear. You're up on the training, and of course, when you're out at the sandbox, what will I not be seeing in the sandbox, peeps?
Elks.
An elk.
An elk. Good. It's sinking in. I'm glad. You can't have an elk in your sandbox. Now it's just
How
elk.
big is your How big is your sandbox if you can fit an elk into it?
Obviously, maybe it's a very small elk. I don't know.
Very big
wonder if
sandbox.
does that include little toy ones? Maybe it's about little toy elks in your sandbox.
Maybe
The,
maybe they're
choice-
just anti-elk.
Either way, they're hatters. They're bloody yeah, hatters, elkers,
There's a lot of
beer and
hate.
pretzels, and shoeists. Yeah, they're just ists. There
The
isn't.
hateful state.
Yeah, let's just
It's a
go to
hateful state.
let's just go to Ohio, man, because as we know, it's almost the 4th of July.
Yeah. In
And,
fact, I've got a.
I'm feeling
I've
like
got a-
like committing burglaries and bank robberies.
Right. Well, that's pretty good you could do that because you can't get arrested on the 4th of July. In fact, I've got a fish friend there who I intend to go and have a few beers with because that's his birthday. So my little fish friend, if I get drunk with him, because it's illegal to get drunk with a fish, to get fish drunk in Ohio, but if I do it on the 4th of July, you can't be arrested.
Well, then I'm like, if that's the case, that means I could finally wear my leather shoes in public on 4th of July.
Ooh,
You know?
thank you. I love your patent leather shoes. They're almost as good as that wonderful mood ring that's looking nice and blue right now.
Oh yeah, you're gonna
Thank
taste
fuck.
this leather shoe real quick.
Oh.
Okay, I just googled how do you get a fish drunk, and there's a whole new world that's just opened up to me.
Oh, Google is our friend.
Well, now you got me curious.
Well,
Oh, no.
apparently drunk fish can convince sober fish to follow them around the tank.
What?
What the? You're not making this up, are you?
No,
You couldn't make-
it's on. It's Discover magazine. They've been putting alcohol into fish water, which obviously you should never do, because you might kill your fish. But yes, intoxicated fish. They've done actual studies. That's amazing. That is amazing.
I've got something to do
This
on
is-
the weekend at least. This lockdown's getting to me, so I'll watch my drunk fish.
Just have a G&T with your favorite goldfish. I could have one. I could put some in the tank. Just a little bit of gin. They've already got the tonic. Obviously, they're swimming in it. It's all good.
Right. Cats like fish too, Mallory. So we could do some drunk fish anti-Mr. Pebbles procedures too. We'll marry that into a elaborate hoax if we can. This is getting amazing.
This
Okay,
is. I learned so much when I hang out with you guys.
But it's
So
just
Mallory, when
just
yeah,
one thing,
when
by the
you're
way.
wearing,
I do have to worry. Please don't say amazing too much because that just reminds me of Jordan Lee Peterson.
Now, Mallory, I'm going to be coming over to your place tonight where you're living with 4 other women, but the problem is the cab's got no seats, so I'll be riding on the roof of the cab. So are you all good with that?
Oh, shame. That's illegal. Sorry, can't
What,
come
riding
over.
on the roof of the cab or living 5 women in a house?
Oh. It's illegal to live.
Yeah.
Why did you have to say that out loud? I was having fun with all these women in this house.
Well, that's why I was getting a bit
Does some-
jealous, that's what.
Does something happen when more than 5 women congregate in a house?
Well, they might start talking. They might start talking about voting rights and
Wow.
and the right to maternity
Wow.
leave and that sort of thing. And you don't want that. You don't want that.
Well, I'm trying to find out, but I keep getting arrested before I get to the windows. Apparently something to do with them getting creeped out or whatever. Always happens. Let's get out of Ohio, guys. I think I've had enough of this place. Oklahoma. Now, there's a place we could write a song or two about. Anyway.
So, who wants to read the first one? Because I can't.
So apparently in Oklahoma, there is a law in the books that says it is illegal for the owner of a bar to allow anyone inside to pretend to have sex with a buffalo.
So, that.
How often does that happen for you to need a law that says it's illegal?
I don't know. And of course, you don't want to be doing your hair in the same place without a license, do you, Mallory, while pretending to have sex with a buffalo? You're going to end up in jail for a long time. Women can't do their own hair without a license. You
Wow.
can't pretend to
Wow.
have sex. Now, here's the thing. I've got a technicality. You can't pretend to have sex with a buffalo, but you can actually have sex with a buffalo as long as you're not pretending to do it.
I've read a little bit further down the list.
Oh my God.
I skipped one because it is illegal to have the hind legs of a farm animal in your boots.
Yes.
And again, Oklahoma. If anyone from Oklahoma is in the side chat, I need to know what the hell is going on in Oklahoma, because why are these laws on the books?
Yeah.
What? Is there nothing to do in the evenings in Oklahoma?
Well, in the minors, you can't read a comic while you're driving a car. But of course, oral sex is a misdemeanor and punishable by 1 year in jail or a $2,000, $500 fine.
Wow.
That's not a misdemeanor. That's a crime. That's pretty serious. A year in jail.
It's
I think we should.
pretty severe. To be fair though, I picked Oklahoma just because, but there are actually multiple states where oral sex is officially still illegal. However, these laws are unenforceable due to a 2003 Supreme Court ruling. So yeah. That's a thing. It's actually I actually came across multiple states where it was illegal. It was actually kind of weird.
Well, Bible Belt or other than? Okay, I'm getting scared.
Bible Belt states, yes, pretty much a lot of red states from what I can remember about America. Yeah.
I somehow feel we're getting chased across the border with banjo music in the background and people shaking their fists and pitchforks and flaming torches. Okay, so let's get out. I reckon Oregon is the place we've got to be.
Yes, where one may not test their physical endurance while driving a car on the highway.
And of course, if your baby is testing their physical endurance by being on the running boards of your car, that's a double whammy. Oh, fuck, this is getting unbelievable, these laws, aren't they? Who's in for the next one?
Nah, I'm too stoned.
Okay,
I don't
well,
even
it's
know what
illegal.
state we are anymore.
We're in Oregon.
Great.
Because it's illegal to buy or sell marijuana in Oregon, but it's legal to smoke it on your own property.
But here's the good thing about it. Dishes must be allowed to drip dry. Is there any other way to dry dishes? That's all I've ever known.
Yeah, that's how I dry my dishes.
Does that make dishwashers illegal in Oregon then?
Maybe. Well, not the washing part, maybe the drying part. Dish dryers are illegal.
But dishwashers dry them as well.
Oh, dishwashers.
Again.
Oh, yeah. No. Okay. Oh, dishwashers. Yeah. Oh, I mean, I thought you were the person being. Oh, yeah. No. Yeah. Dishwashers might be illegal. Yeah.
Wow.
And of course, as we know, just to keep the place nice and clean, you can't buy or sell dope, but you can smoke it on your property. But all 5-bedroom homes will be evacuated and searched by police for drug substances every 2 months. God, actually, Oregon, I do believe, has a bit of a problem, though, with some of the more insidious substances. So that's interesting. That was 2000 they brought that in.
I can imagine being like, oh, you know what? Let's make our house 4 bedrooms. Let's make one of the bedrooms like an extra bathroom or something like that.
Yeah, 5-bedroom homes. So we're probably looking for meth labs. But anyway, let's leave it at that. Of course, let's go to my favorite, Pennsylvania, because it sort of sounds like Transylvania.
The city where is this the state where where Big has their pen factory?
No, it's pencils only.
Oh, pencils only. Okay.
In fact, yeah, the biro. Okay, a sad story. The man who invented the biro. We'll do that on another show. Okay, well, I've got me stock of cannons, guns, revolvers, and explosive weapons for the wedding that Mallory and I are now having again, because the mood ring is now saying you're approachable. So, what do you think, Mallory? Do you want to discharge the gun? Do you want to discharge the gun, the revolver, the cannon, or the explosive? What are you up for?
The explosive.
Yay!
But that's
Oh.
that is not allowed in Pennsylvania.
Oh, come on. I was getting all excited. Nice. Just nice.
So a shotgun law a shotgun wedding is gonna be a bit interesting because you just know that he might have a shotgun with him, but he can't shoot you.
And you know those 15 women you'd invited to your wedding to be in the house after it, Mel?
Yeah.
It's a big no-no. It is illegal to have over 16 women in a house together because that constitutes a brothel. Of course, when you see my house cleaning style, that also constitutes a brothel too, because there appears to have been a struggle. But anyway, in Pennsylvania, it's even worse if you've got 16 women stacked around the place. God,
Wow.
16 women. Who's ever been in somewhere like that and survived to tell the story?
Well, that they didn't start like a civil war amongst themselves is kind of wow.
Well, I'm 16 women in the house. It's either death by snooze or death by just, I don't know, upsetting everyone. It's usually, I don't know, you just can't survive that situation. So, okay. And of course, when it comes to dueling, because we all love dueling so much,
Yes.
none of us can become a governor in the same state. Isn't that sad? We can't, our political life will die in Pennsylvania. But
Yeah.
of course, you won't get out of the 16-house brothel anyway, so that's probably a moot point.
And you may not catch a fish by any body part except the mouth. So you're not allowed to like grab the fish by the tail and slap it real hard against a rock and to try and catch it, or grab it by the body with your mouth or something like that. That's so illegal.
Yeah, that's what I had a picture of. You're not allowed to catch a fish by mouth, except by mouth. I had this picture, you got to dive at the fish and bite it to get it. I kind of misread the rule. It was a bit ambiguous. And I was researched at the time. But anyway, so yeah, you can catch it with your hands and your feet, but not your mouth. That's what I was thinking. Anyone else ready for the next one? We're going to be celebrating the 4th of July in that other state where you can get away with things. Anyone want to touch this one?
It's yes. I want to buy some fireworks, and we are in luck because fireworks stores in Pennsylvania may not sell fireworks to Pennsylvania residents. But we're not Pennsylvania residents, so we can buy fireworks in Pennsylvania.
We're just not going to open a fireworks shop because it's going to be a loser.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Like I have the dude where I bought the firework was like, I have customers. Wait, what?
This was a front for drugs. Now I'm going to actually move to see if I've got a Catherine wheel at the back.
Yeah, I may have one firecracker.
I'll have to see if I got a cracker. Okay, well, it's a cracker. Unlike this fucking state. So let's head on to Rhode Island. What do you think, guys?
Yeah, we're on to the road to Rhode Island.
Past the pickles.
Yes. As long as we don't throw them at a trolley, then we're fine because it's considered an offense to throw pickle juice on a trolley.
Yeah, this one's a bit of a weirdie, so we'll give the professional sports one because that's kind of, you got to have a license to play on a Sunday, kind of boring. But riding a horse over a public highway for the purpose of racing or testing the speed of the horse is illegal. What's that one in Canada? Not Canadian Mallory. What's the horsey one you brought up last time when you did Weird Canada Laws?
Oh, on Sundays you were not allowed to drag a dead horse throughout the street.
So you got to keep your dead horse dragging fetish to Mondays to Saturdays only.
Yes.
Wow. What happened? Were people dragging horses around while people were going to church? And, oh my God, that's disgusting, dragging horses around. Do you drag horses yourself, or are you just more an enthusiast?
Well, I don't do it on Sundays, so yeah.
Oh, obviously.
I got to keep it on Wednesdays afternoon.
Right, so that's when you do your horse dragging. Oh, cool. Okay, must come and watch that on
that not dragging a horse on a Sunday. I really have to think about that long and hard while smoking my pipe, staring at the sunset.
Hey, not your pipe, mister. Anything but the pipe. You cannot smoke the pipe after sunset in Newport.
In Newport? Well, okay. Luckily, I'm not in Newport, but...
Well, then you're fine.
Funnily enough, I grew up in a suburb in Melbourne called Newport, and one of the things I did a hell of a lot after sunset was smoke a pipe. But that's a very different story at a very different time. We'll leave that for another place. And of course, I've got to go and brush my teeth because Mallory's fucking been nagging me about it for several years now. But I need to get a toothbrush and toothpaste. So how am I going to go there?
Well, it's Wednesday, so you're in luck because in Provence you may not sell toothpaste and a toothbrush to the same customer on a Sunday, and it's not a Sunday. So
what about if I went to two different shops? Could I buy the toothbrush at one shop and buy the toothpaste at another shop?
Probably.
Haha, got you, Ronald. I found a loophole. Yeah.
But
right.
I think we're gonna close it off with the next one, because we're gonna go to Christmas Place. I hope he has I hope he has some beer for us, and we're gonna have a drink with him.
So, considering if we've got through here without serving time in jail, which I seriously doubt, what things do we need to take note of before we go and visit Charisma in in South Carolina? Because singing out of tune in North Carolina is against the law. And why have you just marked that? Are we jumping? If a man promises to marry an unmarried woman, the marriage must take place.
Yes.
Wow. Well, Mallory, I think I've got you on a technicality, haven't I?
Okay, but here's the thing, Meryl. You can defend yourself with a missile. As long as you have a permit. Because a permit must be obtained to fire a missile. And even though it's probably unlikely that you get a permit to fire a missile, it is possible.
Doesn't matter because the marriage is still going to take place, and that mood ring is definitely not blue right now. But I tell you what, I am going to let you know about the missile. If you try to get that permit for that missile, I shall be taking you to the courthouse steps on a Sunday for purposes of beating my wife, which is allowed. It is perfectly legal to beat your wife on courthouse steps on a Sunday. So, young lady, think your next moves very carefully.
Bring the cameras. We're about to have a showdown on the courthouse steps on Sundays. Place your bets, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm afraid. I'm very afraid.
Let me quickly run to the store and buy an electric guitar to play some battle music on the background. But wait,
I'm scared.
Oh, you can't. That's a shame, Ardwin.
It's Sunday. Oh, fuck. I can't buy musical instruments may not be sold on a Sunday.
Damn. That would have been a nice show.
Yeah.
Damn, Ardwin.
All right, on that one, Charisma, you're back in South Carolina. Is that a good place to be? This anti-musical instrument, got to marry people. You can't play a pinball machine unless you're 18 years old, which is probably the gambling laws, because there was a whole lot of stuff about pinball machines being.
No. You're reading it wrong again. You must be 18 years old. So when you're not 18 yet, you're not allowed to play it anymore. Not to play it. But as soon as you're 19, you're also not allowed to play it anymore.
Oh, okay.
You must be 18 years old.
Okay. So South Carolina is not the place to be. And that leaves us with 10 states to go for our next installment, which will probably be in a few weeks' time, I guess. So, I don't know about you, but how's our crime rate and how's our time rate? We're going pretty well, aren't we?
We're going pretty well, yes. It's, and I'm having fun, so that's cool too.
Tell you what, that big screen TV is kind of rocking it. The light almost works off it really well, but I must maintain my position that you're in trouble with the old TV. Grandma is not going to be happy with you. She's probably rolling in her grave as we speak. In fact, when I dig her up later and have a look, I'll make sure and see if she's happy about it.
I can guarantee you she's not rolling in her grave. I already resurrected her, and she's now rampaging around, and eating brains, that sort of thing. It's fine.
Okay. So, on our wonderful tour of the US, guys, what have we all learned? Who shall we start off with? Who's got their hand up? No one, obviously, but who's got something to play with?
Well, I have learned that while making this show, while writing down all these laws, that America is really anti-oral sex. So
Yeah. And that says a lot about them. They don't know what a good.
I was gonna say that sucks, but that would be illegal.
Look, they don't get a good gobby, and what do? They invade the fucking world. So there you go. More head jobs is making peace for the rest of the world. Don't we agree, people? How can we not?
Hear, hear.
It explains why the American government is full of really old, angry white men.
Yep. Of course, we won't even make reference to the peanut butter episode of someone's weird Canada Laws clip on her channel. Who would I be speaking of? Is that someone nearby?
No idea.
Got a little bit of no idea. Oh, you're not going to
No
play the
idea.
channel.
Was it something with dogs and peanut butter or something?
No. There was a huge sale at Costco with peanut butter. It was unrelated to the video. It was just something I had to blur out. Unrelated. Totally unrelated. But I did get a lot of peanut butter. My dog's pretty happy about it.
Yeah, in fact, I sent you a rather large jar. In fact, I think you've seen it, haven't you? Did you pay freight on that? Okay. All right.
Oh dear God! Please protect me from these
and of course
these dangerous people.
And of course, my 4th of July fish friend I can get drunk with without being arrested, and the fact that you Googled how to get fish drunk. Oh, cheeky, you made that. That was fucking excellent. You have to Google these things more often. So,
I was actually trying to find the actual permit for firing a missile, but in South Carolina, I've not found it yet. But if I will, I intend to get a permit.
Just to go and say hello to Christmas. Blues Brothers, RPG, Gary Fisher all over again. Get the Star Wars hairbuns happening and knock on Christmas' door. We've got a mission for you now. Yeah.
Well, and here's the thing. I might have a tip for Christmas on how he can circumvent that missile attack and maybe kill his neighbors, who may or not be witches instead.
Look, hey, Christmas, it's in. I've said it. You've said it in the chat. He has that permit. He's going to shoot one over here at Oz, dude. Just head jobs, okay? Go and get gobbies, and it'll all be better. Okay, the world will be a better place. Oh my God! Now we've got King John Jung in the chat too. Thank you, Ugly German Truce, for that one. Okay, so all right. Anyone else learn anything interesting about America other than we probably don't ever want to visit there in reality?
No, except that I found out that Australians don't know segways.
When did we ever claim to? We're convicts. We steal shit, including moments, thunder, and glory. It just comes with the turf. Okay. No, I didn't read it.
So yeah, like I said, if Cheese is gonna fire a rocket to at Christmas house, maybe a good.
I never said I was going to fire one at Christmas. Hold on, you're misrepresenting what I said there.
Okay, if he were to do that, maybe what would help Christmas is praying, because if he prays hard enough, then maybe instead of his house, his neighbor's house might be hit. And that is okay, because his neighbors may or may not be witches.
How can you prove such a thing? A citation, please.
So it might. I know it's anecdotal proof, but we actually have a speech of an American politician who made sort of similar claims, and we actually have it on camera. So I thought we'd take a look at it. Let me quickly.
We were staying in a hotel, and my parents were staying here with our children. And I am a prophetic dreamer. That means I see things in my dreams before they happen. God speaks to me through my dreams. He shows me things. So I wake up in an Irvine hotel, and I have just had a dream that someone has tried to break into my home, murder me, and light my house on fire. Okay, so I wake up and I'm like, my heart's beating, I'm sweating, you know. So I wake up and I pray, and I use my authority in Jesus' name to say, no one is going to break into my home or murder me or light my house on fire or harm me in any way. In Jesus' name. And I pray and I do what I know to do, and I get a peace and I go back to sleep. I wake up in the morning and I call home, and my mom says, who's standing right here, you are not going to believe what happened last night. You know the witches, the self-proclaimed witches who lived 2 doors down? Well, someone broke into their house, murdered her, and lit the house on fire. Now, I, of course, was like, excuse me? What did you just say? Now, something you should know, that part of using your authority in Jesus' name is when I was praying against what I saw in my dream. I said,
sounds like somebody left the hotel late at night.
Has sent that to me. If someone has intended to break into my house and kill me and light my house on fire, then I not only will not receive that, but I'm sending it right back to them in Jesus' name. Okay. Well, I didn't even know how much authority I had in that situation until I called my mom and found out that the very thing that I had just dreamed that someone was trying to do to me had happened to them.
Yeah.
I believe her. 100.
And that's how she murdered someone by the power of prayer.
You reckon God would just not murder anyone, but obviously he had a quota of souls to get, I guess.
It's called self.
I don't know.
Free will. You can only pray.
Yeah.
So are you going to make this illegal if you were to gain office in the upcoming presidential 2024, Miss Future President Mallory?
Make what illegal?
Murdering neighbours by prayer.
I cannot confirm nor deny what I'm going to do when I get presidency.
Nice
It's all
answer.
going to
I
come
like
to a
that.
surprise after.
Right. And you didn't need to plead the Sixth Amendment, because apparently people are getting on technicalities saying the Fifth is only America. So we've got the Sixth in Canada, haven't we? And the Seventh Amendment in Australia. Would that be right?
Yes. Do the 6th.
Okay.
So I thought that was absolutely hilarious, so I had to show it to you guys.
You know what got me in the background was when she said Jesus, the way they all carried on. It was like, at a rock concert when they mention the name of the town and everyone cheers, saying, yay, we're all from this town. Yeah, we kind of know we're touring here. We're there for that reason. Jesus, yay. Are they really that bad? Have they got nothing to do? Surely they could go and get party up with drunk fish, which you can do in any other state bar. Touring here, we're there for that reason.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, my God. We're being haunted. Oh, no. Is that a spirit of next door neighbor coming to murder you, Arden?
Yes.
Your neighbor being burgled.
What you guys were saying. That's why I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna doodle with that voodoo. That's on you.
Doodling voodoo. Oh, my God. Be careful how you say that. It's almost a cool little poem in there somewhere. We'll have to work on that one. Okay. So, as you know, Cheesy, I said this earlier, but what's no, we've finished cooking this, haven't we? What is
Yeah.
actually worse than being born in the UK? Still being there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely. Because, well, to be fair to the UK, the cause of this problem is not just because of Brexit. There are worldwide problems with transportation, with the transportation of goods. It's partly COVID. It's a whole heap of problems. But Brexit, but the UK also has Brexit.
Bit of a perfect storm, so to speak.
Yeah, basically.
So-
And that led to some interesting situations where the shelves in the supermarket are so empty.
Well,
that
hang on,
they are-
Arduin. I've got to point this out to you. I've walked up to my cupboards, I've opened them up, and I've got motherhood syndrome. My cupboards are totally bare. Yet I've got my mother visiting, and I need to give her the impression I'm looking after myself. So, what could I possibly do to make Mum think I'm eating properly and have my fully stocked shelves, even though I don't have a lot of money? How could you help me out here? If I was in the UK, would I have the problem?
Well, I have to offer you cardboard, carrots, and cardboard houses thingies.
Yum, yum.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
But
this
yeah,
is
let's
killing
go.
me.
Let's quickly go to the article here. So, supermarkets are using cardboard cutouts to hide gaps left by the supply issues. And so what people found out is that in supermarkets in the UK are now using cardboard cutouts of fruits and vegetables.
Okay, I'm going to make light of a good situation. When Mum comes to visit, I'm going to cook dinner for her using these ingredients I've purchased from our English supermarket. It's going to be so good and balancing up from those times when I say, "Come on, Mum, you have to eat your cardboard asparagus." Waff it all down, because basically that's what she served me when I was a kid. So this is the time to get revenge on your parents. Serve them cardboard vegetables, and probably about the same cooking style too, considering the nation who basically roved the world looking for spices seems to not know how to use them. But anyway, let's not talk about English history of 200 years ago. It's almost a comedy routine unto itself.
So yeah,
So-
Tesco has begun using pictures of asparagus, carrots, oranges, and grapes in its fresh produce aisle.
Now, is
Yeah.
this to sort of just create like the shops look stocked up? Like, because I dare say bare shops really do have a psychological effect on people.
Yeah,
So, like,
probably. Yeah.
I'm wondering, you know, though they're in some supermarket, okay, we've got to make people, we've got to raise their spirits. I know, cardboard cutouts. Like, how does this stuff get up and running and then actually get through meetings? Like, I mean, our production meetings end up with punch-ons. I wonder what the executive meetings at the supermarket chains are like. Like, do you yell this person down, or they think actually he's onto something there?
So yeah, exactly, and they're using the cutouts were an array of tactics being used to fill spaces, including filling meat fridges with bottles of tomato sauce or mayonnaise, spreading bags of beer out across whole aisles, and erecting large posters or other marketing material.
So what the Germans couldn't achieve in World War II with U-boat starvation, the perfect storm in England has achieved it themselves. So they could have just sat aside and done nothing, and they probably would have eaten themselves into cardboard extinction. Of course, those fine Welshmen wouldn't do such a thing, would they, Cheesy? They would be forward thinking and not allow such stuff to happen. Is that right?
I can neither confirm nor deny any of that.
You guys are busy reading the chat, aren't you? I know it. I can see it.
Yeah.
So one of the things they also do is to because of course there are a couple of things that don't go to waste, and they have kind of have reduced the range of those products so that the food the wastable items are getting priority with shipping. I guess. As same as some bulky stuff and that are not essential or profitable. So yeah.
So
interesting stuff.
Yep. So looking on what we've learned tonight, North America, as in Canada, is a kind of weird yet wonderful place. Middle America, well, who'd want to be there? Don't know what you're doing to yourself, Cheesy. And of course, UK is kind of not really faring well, but then let's look at it, go back to the continent that's North America, Mexico, lots of tequila, lots of weed, and they seem to be having a bit of fun. So it looks like we know where our next holiday could be. The land of Speedy Gonzales, I'd say. Terrible place to live. You can get off your face on tequila and good weed.
But yeah, I think you're onto something when you're talking about the psychological effect, because I have to say, this does look pretty dreary. It's this kind of looks depressing, and I don't even live there. Or the English would probably think that it's kind of shit. So yeah. And I actually also heard of a because what they've also been trying is kind of see if they can get truckers from Europe to ride from them on a temporary visa, which would last till Christmas and probably involve making a lot of ungodly hours for maybe a little bit more than usual, but still shit pay. And they talked to a Dutch lorry driver. Wait, I think I lost connection to the Jitsi.
Did you?
Oh no, Boomer did. Okay, Boomer left. There we have Boomer again. Hopefully. I think we have a Boomer back.
Yeah.
It was. I thought it was weirdly quiet.
Yes. No, I've had some buffering issue occur. Yeah, it's just I don't know. Maybe a seagull landed on the power lines of the string in the internet. That's a bit weird. Anyway, I shall ring up the carrier and do my best, Karen, later. I'll ring them at 9 o'clock, get them first thing in the morning and make them think about me for the rest of the day. Anyway, yeah, I'm back.
Yeah.
What did I miss?
I was just about to play the soundbite of this Dutch union leader of lorry drivers that had something to say about that offer that the UK made to European truckie drivers to come to them on a temporary visa and then fuck off again during Christmas when it's Christmas. And this is basically what he had to say, and I thought it was kind of funny.
The EU workers.
I can't hear it. Let me quickly fix that, because of course
I could do my finest Dutch truck driver impression if you'd like. Or in fact, what I could do is go on about my wonderful French teacher, Mallory, who's been teaching me French, and after 2 weeks of French, my French is so stunningly beautiful. She said I can't benefit any further because
Please
it's so
don't.
good. So thank.
I got it, guys.
Well, you said it can't be any better than it is now.
I did not
so, I mean,
say any of these words. You're putting words in my mouth.
No, well, okay.
Oh, thank
so I'm
God
not,
they're words.
But you said I don't need any more French lessons, so therefore
Absolutely.
I must have achieved the pinnacle.
Yeah. Okay. You know what? You're right. You do not need any more French lessons. Maybe you should move on to the next language, and here's a certificate. Get out the door.
No, you'd had a couple of drinks, which I must say, teaching me doesn't have a couple of drinks. You said that there's nothing you can teach me more to improve my French, meaning I've achieved my pinnacle of French. That's the way I read it. Is that correct? Would you like me to give us?
No. We're
Let's just instead listen to the Dutch truckie driver who
Yes, thank you.
had
Thank you.
this to say to
Thank
their
you.
offer.
Thank you.
The EU workers we speak to will not go to the UK for a short-term visa to help UK out of the shit they created themselves.
I think that was pretty clear language. Maybe a bit hard to understand, but clear.
Yes, in French we have a saying that goes something like. I'm waiting for the interruption there. Okay.
Oh, never listen to the British, huh?
Yes, well, they win a couple of wars by default and they go on about it forever, don't they? Yes, that's, well, I suppose you've got to do something. In fact, I do have an interesting one from a French point of view. They could fart. They actually farted in their general direction 5 times before they eventually beat Napoleon. So it was a soccer match. 5-1 is a pretty tragic thrashing when you think about it. So the English history against French when it comes to Napoleon wasn't real for good. Anyway, that's my history lesson for today. I'm sure Mallory's probably got some French terms for me, haven't you? Like I fart in your general direction. Can you,
Omelette
do you
du
have some French
fromage.
abuse? I don't know what that meant. Do I get a
Omelette-
translation?
No, omelette du fromage.
That's cheese omelet.
That's and that's also in Dexter's laboratory reference. I think we should call it a show.
And start doing some shilling there. Yeah, okay. As we desperately look for what we've got stored on our lists. Okay, so who we got to shill? Cheesy, what's coming up in the world of cheesy YouTubiness? You were doing the paranormal. What do you got planned for the future?
I'm struggling at the minute. I've been waiting. I've been waiting for lots of things to happen, which is why I've been away from YouTube. So the first one was a green card, which was approved last week. I am now an official
Nice.
resident of the United States. And while we've been on the air, in some of the times I've been kind of quiet is because a job offer came in that I've just been going through. So it appears I have I've been working in a supermarket to kind of pay the bills, and this is back into IT. So I've got a job as well. So once all of this is completely resolved, I'll be back making videos.
Hey,
Wow.
congrats.
Thank you.
Congratulations! Yes, we're happy for you.
Hip hip hooray.
Yes.
Hooray,
And-
indeed.
And the supermarket wasn't stacking cardboard asparagus, was it, though? Because that's pretty light work, I believe.
Unfortunately not. No, it's all been real produce. So it's just Britain that's struggling. We're definitely not short of anything in Colorado.
Well,
unless you count pumpkin spice as an international catastrophe.
right. There's a bit of a interesting intellectual joust coming up, we believe, in a couple of days, Mallory.
what?
Would you be an intellectual joust, i.e. a debate, if that's what we'd like to call it? What do you have planned on what's in your diary for the next couple of days, Mel?
Oh yeah, the debate over at the Shills. Oh my God. On Friday, I don't know their schedule. It's Friday sometime. It is going to be an interesting one. That is all I'm going to say. I found these new findings. I've went deep underground researching. I've never worked. It's serious. It's very serious.
Sounds nice, Mary. Is there a link up for that?
No, I
Not
no. I'm like I don't.
not
I'm like I don't even. Uh, it's on the shelves. What frack? You
Yep,
really put me on the spot.
DKG Customs v Mallory on a unknown subject. We don't have a thumbnail, but we do know it's the shills, and it will be in place of pub chat, but it'll probably go into pub chat. We don't know. Of course, you will be. When you say deep underground research, you don't mean woke up in the garden last night, do you? Because I don't think that counts.
Well, that's part of it. Yeah, yeah. They don't have a thing for it yet, but yeah, if you visit the shows, I don't know.
Yes.
I don't know what to tell you.
Either way,
It is. This is not. Yeah, PJ. It's not a wiki link. It is an what do you call that? I'm not gonna say any surprises or anything else like that. You just have to stay tuned and come find out and boop.
Yep,
About
well,
it.
it's going to be good. Of course,
Yeah.
as you know, Mallory's got a channel called Mallory's Asylum, and there's an interesting, well, we feel a subject that's touching everyone. It's called ball washedism. And in fact, some of the people in the comments are drawing further attention, like since ball washedism has increased, so have CO2 levels, and there could actually be connections to climate change through ball washedism. If anyone needs to go and see it, if not for yourself, do it for your family, because ball washedism is a thing. Don't you agree, Mallory? We're working on it, but it's not a small problem. We do need serious funding to get this anti-ball washedism off the. Will basically help the world make it a better place, don't you think, Mel?
Actually, yes. And somebody had posted a brand new product for ball washism. It's like it's almost like a jacuzzi feel. It's a battery operated mini jacuzzi for your balls. And so it just cleanses. We had some complaints about the ball wash bodies the body wash. Some if you were too deep into the ball washism, it kind of gave a burnt feeling, and I think it was maybe too much peppermint. I'm not sure, but this one, it's a mini jacuzzi for your ball, so it cleanses.
They're still burning, Mallory. Okay, they're still burning.
I don't know.
You said it will be alright, but they're still burning. I
bought you a tub of ice cream to just chill them on. Like I don't know what to tell you, Arwen. Okay, like I giggled for like an hour, and I didn't realize you were in that much pain. But come on, that's why there's this new product. It still deals with you just place them and you just set it in there, and it does like a gentle tumble and deballing your ball washism. That's in the works.
Still though, an improvement on the ones at the golf course, as we've found, because the golf course ones don't work at all. This is like horse dewormer. People are going to the golf courses trying to wash their balls there, and that's not fixing the ball washism at all. It's actually making it worse. And I've got to say, Mallory, although there has been some burning, I must point out it does reduce your central heating bills because you don't need to have the heater on. So there are advantages. It's not just all this. Look, I mean, sure, out-of-court settlements are obviously the preferred course of action. Let's not keep bringing judges and lawyers and solicitors and things. It just gets messy, doesn't it?
Why do I do this?
Well, we could ask the same question. Of course, there is also the Uncle Boomer Special Secretary Fund, GoFundMe, which I believe is being a little bit neglected by Mallory. So if you could perhaps push out that one where I need my special secretary that you did mention a couple of weeks ago.
It's at the bottom of the pile now. I'm working on new products. I'm going on debates. I'm going undercover. Don't worry, Boomer. It's gonna get there, but priorities.
Well, see, I'm obvious ball washism is a problem, but I'm having enlarged ball wash problems. So I think this does need to be pushed up the priority list of Uncle Boomer's special secretary. So if you could just please attend to that one, that'd be really fucking good. And I'm losing it here. And meanwhile, back at the ranch.
Sorry, man, you were getting kind of off the rails again.
I have a train. I know I've been trying to set this up. I've been dying to see the Boomer train. I just haven't seen it yet. Thank you. That's the debut of the Boomer train. Thank fuck you finally did it. Thank you. All right. Shill's Mallory debate, DKG Customs in a bit over 25, nearly 48 hours time, whatever, some shit. Who else? Cheesy's done. Who else to Shill, lads?
Well, it's still a bit away, but this December, I have I have an advent calendar with craft beers, and like I've been doing. Aside from last year, because last year I wasn't feeling it, something with the pandemic or something. But the last few years I've been doing tastings of that advent calendar every day during December. So I will be doing the same thing this year again on my own channel.
There's been a request for the ball washes to be played at the end. Is that a bit difficult to cue, or is that not? I've had one through DM, but if we can't do it, that's okay.
The product or the other one?
Oh, well, I was maybe the other one, but I don't know, whatever you want. It depends.
No, I still have the no, I only have the faulty version, so no, that's gonna be it.
The faulty version, as if there's a proper version. Okay, all right, not a problem. All right, then does that mean we're on a wrap? We don't have to really shill anyone else because the audience probably already knows who they are.
Yes, I think that's it. So I guess this was the first episode of our new show where we sort of have like shorter form topics. I had a lot of fun. I hope you had a lot of fun, Boomer.
I did, and we have our shorter little edits coming up too on the Bunker 33 YouTube channel as well. Our little 10, 20-minute ones. Nice little bite-sized chunks for those of you who need a laugh in between masturbation sessions. So, yeah, fun for all and all for fun.
Yes. Cheesy, did you have fun? Thanks for coming.
I always have fun hanging out with the three of you. Thank you very much for having me.
Always a pleasure. And Mallory, did you have fun?
Yes, thank you.
That is cool. Well, I guess that's it for today. Thank you for coming, everyone. And I see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye-bye.
Bye.